Elliot Van Dusen, the Corporate Director of Paranormal Phenomena Research and Investigation, PPRI, is proud to announce that our inaugural Halifax Paranormal Symposium was a spooktacular success. Thank you to all of our sponsors, vendors, and attendees. As a result of your support, we are pleased to announce the second annual Halifax Paranormal Symposium. Join us in October 2024 for an all-day event. Enjoy amazing presentations about parapsychology and the paranormal, browse our wonderful vendor tables, and enjoy the company of the spooky community. The Halifax Paranormal Symposium will be held on Saturday, October 12, 2024 at the Halifax Tower Hotel and Conference Centre from 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. For information on speakers, vendors, purchasing tickets online, hotel accommodation reservations and more, visit www.ppri.net.
All Hit Radio.
Welcome to the X Zone, a place where fact is fiction and fiction is reality. Now, here's your host, Rob McConnell.
Doing that thing you do, breaking my heart into a million pieces, like you always do. And you don't mean to be cruel. You never even knew about the heartache I've been going through. Well, I try to forget you, girl, but it's just so hard to do. Every time you do that thing you do.
And good evening, one and all, and welcome back to the X Zone. I am Rob McConnell, and for the next 2 hours, I'm your host and your guide as together we will cross the time-space continuum to this place that I call the X Zone. It's a place where people dare to believe and dare to be heard. It's a place where fact is fiction and fiction is reality. And the X Zone comes to you Monday through Friday from 10 p.m. Eastern until midnight on the X Zone Broadcast Network, Talkstar Radio Network, Mutual Broadcast Network, and throughout Ontario and the northern tier of the United States on your hometown classic 1220 AM CFAJ here in St. Catharines, streaming around the world on classic1220.ca. If you'd like to send me an email, same old email address as it has been for so many years. I think Fred Flintstone might have sent me an email way back when. It's xzone@xzoneradiotv.com and on all social media sites, Xzone Radio TV. My guest this hour, X-Zone Nation, is a young lady I've had the pleasure of knowing for a number of years, and she is in Toronto. Her name is Dr. Georgina Cannon. And Georgina is an instructor, School of Continuing Studies at the University of Toronto. She does meditations at noon on Friday, which are free, and we'll talk to Georgina about that. She is an author, hypnotherapist, and much more. Joining me now from Toronto is Dr. Georgina Cannon, and welcome back to the X-Zone, Dr. Cannon.
Thank you. It's good to speak to you again.
It's been a long time, my friend. Tell me, in the world of hypnosis, has there been any changes? Has there been any new discoveries? Are you able to do things now that were not able to be done, let's say, 10, 15 years ago when it comes to hypnosis?
The things that have changed, the people now understanding the power of the subconscious mind. And I'm getting a lot of corporations who ask me to go in and talk to them, sort of lunch and learn for de-stressing or anxiety or just helping their folks be better team leaders. They're understanding the power of the subconscious, whereas at one time they thought it was woo-woo and weird. Now it's not. Now they understand it's a tool that even they could, I say even the corporate world can use. That's how it's changed. It's become normal.
I think that's because professionals like yourself are out there proving beyond a shadow of a doubt that it is not woo-woo and it really can help. How does hypnosis help when somebody is stressed, or if a corporation is under a lot of stress because of the enormous amount of competition that they may be facing. How can you help?
What happens is we help the people, the person, go into their subconscious mind and find that part of them that can relax, their safe place, if you like. And we all have one, a place we remember that we feel really good, a beach maybe, or a garden somewhere. And that's a place that you can access at any time. And as you do that, it brings down the blood pressure, your breath slows down, all the body systems slow down, and you begin to feel normal. Even though the world around you is still crazy, you have more ability to focus and more ability to continue at your best self. So you're not racing, you're not trying to pretend you're not stressed. You just are not stressed. It may last for 5 hours, it may last for 3 hours, but it makes a big difference. And you can do it 2 or 3 times a day. You can. It's not addictive, except it feels so good it can be addictive. It's something that anybody can use, actually. But in corporations, they like it because it's free and people can do it within, a minute. It takes 60 seconds once you know how to do it.
So I would imagine it's like building a little force field around yourself.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, a magic cloak. When I do it, I don't work with children anymore, but when I used to, I got them to imagine they were Superman and they could put that cloak on themselves and make themselves feel mighty and powerful, and they could do anything. With adults, of course, it's totally the opposite. You get them to relax and just let go and just become... take the body into homeostasis, if you like, and just even out everything so that they can come back into the world and feel better and continue their work at a different pace.
All right, so I can understand that if, let's say, I was working with a group of people. Everybody's under stress. We start doing this search within our consciousness to find that place of happiness. We build our little force fields around us. Okay, I'm working okay. I'm able to focus. I'm able to de-stress myself. But what happens if there's people out there within my group that just can't do it? How does that affect the problem at hand?
Because you understand that they're allowed to be who they are.
Okay.
And it doesn't affect you. It's really interesting. I might have talked about this before. We expect people to take us the way we are, but we don't take them the way they are. And if we just let people be who they are and not let it affect us, and we just manage our own zone, if you like, it makes life so much easier.
It's funny to look at society that way, where we care more about how people perceive us instead of how we perceive them.
Yeah. It's very strange.
Yeah.
And once you do that, once you understand that, just let go. And the Buddhists have they say no attachment, don't attach to anything. So it's easy said than done. But with hypnosis, you learn to do it easier. And you just let go. And you say, oh, there goes Charlie again on one of his rants, or there goes Charlie again hyperventilating or trying to cause chaos. Well, good for him. Let him go and cause his chaos. I'm fine where I am. So you don't get hooked in. You don't get caught up in it.
So you're protecting yourself, but you really don't have that. What's the word? Attachment, or there's no competition between each other at that point.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. You're doing what you can. You're still part of the team. In fact, the team will take their lead from you if you feel calm and you are behaving in a way that is beneficial. They'll take their lead from you.
What kind of companies have you been successful at using this with so far? Are we talking corporations? Are we talking about manufacturers? Are we talking about...
A couple of startups, tech startups. One of the larger ones was the Sunnybrook Hospital frontline workers.
That is big time.
I did lunch and learn there. Yes, and some medical communities for sure. Yes, because they're under great stress right now.
So any person, any place, anything where there's a high stress value put onto their daily agendas because of their workload, this would be a great help.
I have colleagues who have worked with the military, and a friend of mine who has worked with the police. I, in the past, have worked with frontline workers, like ambulance people. It's anywhere that is stressful.
So
Anybody that's stressful.
So not only can you use this in the workplace, but I'm sure it would be beneficial at home as well.
Oh, sure. Talk to a family with 3 young kids under 5, or 2 teenagers who are going through some issues. Yes, it's definitely beneficial. And in fact, it's beneficial for the teenagers too. Yeah.
And you were saying that it only takes a couple of minutes to get into this zone, so to speak.
Well, you train yourself. So I would spend an hour with you at the beginning, or just under an hour, and teach you how to do that. I would take you into it so you know what it feels like. Because people think that hypnosis is, I don't know what they think. Sometimes they think they're going to levitate or bark like a dog or whatever. But once they understand it's not that at all, when I take them into it and they feel how good it feels, I take them into it, and then I teach them how to do it themselves while they're with me, and they practice it a couple of times while they're with me, and then they do it at home.
Fascinating. What are the remarks and comments you're getting from people who you've taught this technique to?
How come we don't get this at school?
Good question.
How come I don't know this earlier? Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. Be great in schools. And by the way, athletes use this all the time. They just call it mind training.
Oh, really? I've heard about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mind training. You and I have to take our first break, Georgina. Please stand by.
Okay.
And Exonation, my guest this hour is Dr. Georgina Cannon. She is in Toronto, Ontario. And if you'd like to contact Georgina, or if you're a company listening and you're saying, hey, how can I get a hold of Georgina that she can help me with our stressed out company? Just go to our website, www.georginacannon.com. That's www.georginacannon.com. And I will be back with Georgina on the other side of this very short message as the X-Zone continues with yours truly, Rob McConnell, from our broadcast center and studios in St. Catharines on X-Zone Broadcast Network, Talkstar Radio Network, Mutual Broadcast Network, and throughout Ontario and the northern tiers of New York. www.classic.ca. That's Classic 1220 CFAJ AM right here in St. Catharines. Whatever you do, don't go away. We'll be right back.
Nobody can tell you there's only one song worth singing. They may try and sell you 'cause it hangs them up to see someone like you. But you've gotta make your own kind of music, sing your own special song, make your own kind of music, even if nobody else sings along. You're gonna be nowhere.
Welcome back. Dr. Georgina Cannon is my special guest. And what are you chuckling about, Georgina?
I love the way you remember that's my signature tune.
How can I forget that? How can I forget that?
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Oh, my great pleasure. It's been a lot of years, and I can only imagine the number of people that you've helped in one way or another. What has been the pinnacle of your career thus far?
Part of it, I think, I'm a natural teacher, it seems, whether it's one-on-one or whether it's groups. So working with the 30 or so people at the University of Toronto 2 or 3 times a year and teaching people how to facilitate hypnosis and sending people out into the world, because they come from all over the world, because we're teaching it on Zoom. So they come literally from all over the world to learn and help bring light into the world, because it desperately needs it. So that's one of the things that I'm just loving. It really is raising the vibration and helping people, because you can only do so much as one person, but when you can pass it on, like you do, passing it on to others, and then it expands the goodness, if you like, the jollies, yes.
By the way,
So that's the best.
By the way, congratulations on the receiving of the Instructor of the Year in 2021 award.
Oh, thank you. That was great. Yeah, that was lovely. And that was a nice surprise, actually. It brought me to tears.
Oh.
It was very nice, yeah.
Georgina,
That was so nice.
have you seen a difference in hypnosis and the work you've done post-COVID?
Yes, I've found that people are reluctant to interact with each other. They are almost scared. They interact on the surface, but they are frightened to get too close. We talked about keeping a distance with COVID, wearing a mask and all of this, but it has stretched to being emotionally closed. They are emotionally closed. They are feeling separated. And especially the younger people, especially the 18 to 25, 26-year-olds, they are very trepidatious about opening up and being vulnerable. And I think it's made an impact. I really do. And so I'm helping them feel brave and step outside the zone, if you'll pardon the expression. Yes.
That age group is the very key age group where young people are kind of getting their feet planted in one way or another. It's either in job or whether it's in continuing education. So it must be very hard for them. So how can hypnosis help them?
Self-esteem, self-value. The other thing, that even if they're not spiritual, I help them realize they are connected to the rest of the world, rest of the planet. So when we go into hypnosis, I help them feel that their breath has the same rhythm as the rhythm of the planet, the ebb and flow of tides, the changing of the seasons, that they're not alone, that they are part of the whole. And as they do that, they realize that their breath has a rhythm, but so does the person sitting next to them, opposite them, or walking past them. We all share a breath. And in fact, that's how I open my meditations on Fridays, is by recognizing we all share a breath. We cannot exist without each other. And when they say that they are self-made, or they're going to be entrepreneurs and be self-made, I say, oh, come on. Nobody's self-made. Somebody helps you turn on the light. Somebody helps you find water when you turn on the tap. We're all connected, and with that connection comes a strength. And slowly and gently, but very gently, the barriers come down, and it has to be gentle. Otherwise, they go up very quickly again.
It's just like the old saying, there's no I in team.
That's right.
Because we're all part of the same. You've got something coming up, I believe, in November. You're launching a journal.
Yes,
Tell us about
this
that.
is going to be fun. I a lot of times when I'm working with people, I say, you should be journaling this or journaling your thoughts. And they say to me, yeah, but I don't know what to write. I'm not a writer. And I say, well, draw something. Oh, I can't draw. People always find reasons not to. Right?
Yeah.
So I thought what I'd do is design a book that has triggers in it, one for every day. And some are funny, some are thought-provoking, some are spiritual, some are practical, but every day there's a trigger, and it's very childlike the way it's done. So there's lots of color in the book, lots of on different pages. And it was funny when I started to write the first, 100 or so came easily, and then I suddenly thought, oh my goodness, 365 of these is a lot I'm going to have to write. But so I did. But I mean, some of them, like, smile while you still have teeth, or
I love that one. That is classic.
things like that. But every day, and just, but one's a spiritual too. That, for instance, every day take the time to honor the light in yourself, or there's always more than one right answer, or what can I pay attention to these days that bring light into my life? Massage your feet today and just say thank you. They hold you up and move you forward.
They're fantastic. They're fantastic. But I've got to tell you something, Georgina. I'm sitting here and imagining a whole bunch of people around me smiling with no teeth.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. That's it.
And it just gives you that good feeling inside, and you're just laughing. And once you start laughing, I believe stress dissipates.
Well, that's a big part of it.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. It's called Mentoring and Musings for to delight and expand the days within you. So, and it gets launched in November, and it'll be very reasonably priced, well under $10, so people can buy it, and it doesn't have a year on it. So, for instance, if you write something or draw something or scribble something in February the 6th, then next year, February the 6th, you can scribble something in it too and see how how it matches or is different. And I thought it'd be a good stocking stuffer for people, or something they could buy for themselves that's very reasonable and just use for fun. Another one is, what can you do today that's different? Even if it's eating something you've never done before, or going to the store to a different way. Another one is, what lights you up? What do you plan to do today to get some light into your life?
So it's just like making your own kind of music.
Yes, exactly.
Right. There's a lot more to hypnosis than people out listening today would probably be thinking. Most of the people who hear about hypnosis, I think the Great Ravine and other stage magicians have implanted the idea of what a hypnosis is all about. However, every time I listen to you, it's more than Dr. Georgina Cannon, the lady who does hypnosis sessions. It's listening to Dr. Georgina Cannon, and a lot of psychology goes into what you do. And that's a whole different side of hypnosis that I think very few people get the opportunity to learn what is actually behind the scene and who that lady is behind the curtain.
It's called listening with your heart and soul, really listening to understand, not listening to answer.
But it's great to listen to other people.
Yeah.
However, you take what you have heard from different people and apply it to other different people.
Yes.
And you're one of the very few people who do that, Georgina.
I didn't know that. I just do what I do and hope it connects and makes life easier. I don't think about that for myself at all. I just keep going ahead. Just always have done, just one foot in front of the other, keep doing it.
Well, you see, that's exactly what you were talking about earlier, about more people being more interested about how they look compared to how other people see them.
Right.
You do a great job, Georgina. And I
thank you.
don't know how many people you must have helped over the years. Is there one special person that touched your life in a special way while doing your job?
Well, I had somebody recently, very recently, as a matter of fact, and it was so unusual. And she attends my Friday meditation and has done for years. And we were talking about something before the meditation started, and I said, I don't know about you guys, but, when I sit for a long time, I get these muscle spasms in my back.
Right.
And they were all nodding, yes, yes, yes. I get a parcel through Amazon from her with a heated pad that says "with love and gratitude."
Isn't that wonderful?
I'm telling you, it brought me to tears. I don't know this woman. She lives in North Carolina. I mean, I know her over Zoom for half an hour a week for the last 3 years, but, you know.
But you touched her in a very special way.
Yeah. I thought that was amazing. Just amazing.
That's the Georgina Cannon I know. Amazing.
Yeah, but that's so special. I mean, I certainly would never expect that, because this is my service. You know, we all do service of some type. And the meditations are my service. And yeah, that was extraordinary. And, of course, when I get under that heated pad, it's a little bit of heaven.
Well, Laura and I bought a new vehicle, and it has, for the winter, heated pads and back seats, and for the summer, air conditioning in the seat. And I'll tell you that heating, no matter what time of the year it is, sure feels good on the back when you sit there and you turn it on. It's like,
You can tell we're more than 25 years old.
we're 26 years old. That's right. Yeah.
Okay, that's right.
Flow with me on this one, Georgina. Flow with me. Come on. XO Nation, our guest this hour is Dr. Georgina Cannon in Toronto, Ontario. When we come back, we're going to talk to Georgina about her Friday meditations and how maybe you could take part of it and what you can learn. The XO, a place where people dare to believe and dare to be heard Monday through Friday from 10 p.m. Eastern until midnight, right here on, let me see, Talkstar Radio, Mutual Broadcast Network, the XO Broadcast Network, and my favorite radio station that's heard throughout Ontario and the northern tiers of the United States. And I'm talking about your hometown radio, Classic 1220, streaming around the world on classic1220.ca. Dr. Georgina Cannon and I return on the other side of this short break, so don't go away. And if you're kind of feeling blue, just imagine somebody smiling at you with no teeth in their mouth. We'll be back. Don't go away.
You're gonna be nowhere. The loneliest kind of lonely. It may be rough going.
You really should accept this time he's gone for good. He'll never come back now, even though he said he would. So darling, dry your eyes. So many other guys would give the world, I'm sure, to wear the shoes he wore. Oh, come on, smile a little smile for me, Rosemary. Where's the use in crying? In a little while you see, Rosemary, you must keep on trying. I know that
And welcome back to the X-Zone. Dr. Georgina Cannon is my very special guest, and her website is georginacannon.com. And Georgina, during the commercial break, you were telling me something that you heard that made you laugh, and please share it with our audience.
Okay. Isn't it amazing that cats have holes in their fur exactly where their eyes are?
All right, that's number 2 I'm going to be thinking of. Whenever I see a cat, I'm going to say, hey, Georgina! Welcome back, my friend. Always great talking to you. Georgina, tell us about your Friday afternoon at I believe it's at noontime, the meditation that you have online.
Yes, it's a half-hour meditation, and it's a different subject every week. This Friday we did the healing the inner child, some other subjects would be tapping into abundance, healing your soul pain, unconditional love and acceptance. We do a forgiveness circle, meeting your spirit guides, your soul guides, and what else? Let me see. But there's a different one every week. Chakra balancing, releasing the ties that bind, honor and heal your body. There's one on, it said healing your soul pain, I think.
Yeah.
Tuning into abundance, starting over. Sometimes we get stuck, and how do we start over? So that's and then in December, I'm moving into the Akashic Records. So every Friday, it's a different subject, and it's just half an hour, and people find it refreshing and a good break at the end of the week. Yeah.
Now, how can people sign up for these?
They can either they go onto my website and just sign on to the newsletter, or connect with my assistant and ask to be on the list, the mailing list. The address for that is connect@georginacannon.com. Connect@georginacannon.com.
That is really super. And you cover a variety of topics. They're just not topics that people would normally expect to hear when somebody talks about hypnosis, or somebody who is well known internationally, as you are, when it comes to being a hypnotherapist. The Akashic Records, that's something that we talk about here on the X Zone, and some are some of the other topics. So do you find topics like the Akashic Records are going into very diversified topics and by different presenters, that all of a sudden the Akashic Records is not part of the woo-woo crowd anymore? People are looking at the Akashic Records as being something very serious and something very real.
Well, it depends on the previous experience that the person has. But when I was on Gaia TV, they certainly were talking about, and this is pre-COVID, they were certainly talking about Akashic Records then. But again, as you were saying, it had a woo-woo color to it. But now it's becoming normal, and it's not normal, but it's becoming okay to do it and talk about it. It's becoming something that you can read about, or it like shamanic journeying. A lot of people are going on shamanic journeying. The whole thing has changed somehow.
Spirituality in all aspects is more popular than it ever has been before.
Yes. I think people are searching for the light. People are searching for relief. They're searching for something that will give them hope and a feeling of security, because they understand that we need more than
what we have.
Than what we have, yeah.
A lot of people who wouldn't dare talk about their ghost experiences or Akashic Records or that they've had an encounter with an extraterrestrial. But it seems as we as a human race look for proof that there's more to this life than from the moment you're conceived, you start to die, and when when the game is over, you die, your meat suit goes one way, your spirit goes the other way, and that's the end of you. I think people understand now, Georgina, that there's much more to life, that we only understand not even that 10% of the brain that we're using.
So people, I'm seeing more and more articles written about, do you understand that what you see is just a small part of what's out there?
Yeah.
Do you understand that cats and dogs and bees and animals can see different things than we do because their eyes are formulated differently? They see different colors. They see different dimensions. So once you understand your limitations, you're more accepting that there could be more.
I call it the iceberg effect. We only see the top of the iceberg. We never take into the larger view that there's a big piece of that iceberg underwater that we don't see. And I think that's what life is all about. And I think that was one of the messages behind The Wizard of Oz and Oz, the man behind the curtain.
Yes, there was a lot of messages in Wizard of Oz, including those red shoes. You had the power all the time,
That's
Dorothy.
Right. Something else that I think you and I have talked before is that any problem that you have, the answer can be found by looking at that person in the mirror, because we all have the answers inside. It's just sometimes we need help to see what the problem is, and for other people to give us situations and give us cues and trigger points that we haven't realized or even tried to understand, because we're inside of the forest. We can't see it for the trees.
Yeah, one of the big things that I teach my students is the client always has the answer. They may not know they have the answer. If you get out the way and just help them find their seat in the theater, they will see the show. They always, always have the answer. And you see that light come into their eyes sometimes. They go, oh, okay, now I
Got
get
it.
Yeah, yeah.
Every time I talk to you when we have a post-production meeting, I'll always talk to my people and say, I don't know why this information is not being taught in our schools. It would give our children such an advantage if they could just understand and listen to what they can do instead of suppressing the children. Impress them, give them the tools, give them the magic, give them the music to go forward in life with. And it just boggles my imagination.
Because not only do we have what we know, we have inside us what our ancestors know and knew.
Yeah.
So we don't just inherit their hairline, if you like, or their big hips. We inherit the knowledge and the wisdom. We inherit generations of it.
Yes, that's true.
Passed down. Yeah.
And something that the members of our First Nations do is
Yes.
that they share the knowledge, they share the heritage, they share the lessons, and the stories continue and go from generation to generation to generation.
Yes. They're going to save our planet.
God, I hope so, because we're doing such a lousy job at it.
Yeah. I really believe they're going to save our planet. If we're brave enough and smart enough and have the wisdom enough to step back and say, let's listen to you.
Well, isn't
We're listening.
what life is all about? Just sometimes saying, I don't know. Can you help me? What do you think?
Yes.
How would you handle it? And just be there to listen and say, you know what? I didn't think of that. Thank you for sharing that with me.
Oh, my goodness. I do that all the time.
Yeah.
It's fantastic because you get a different point of view. Even if you necessarily don't agree, you get a gem or a germ of something
Yeah.
that, and there's always more than one truth. There's always more than one answer.
Yeah. In the police force, we were taught there's always three sides to a story: his side, her side, and the truth.
But whose truth?
Ah, that was left up to you to decide. Oh, heavens. Do you ever get asked to go and talk to kids in school?
I did a few years ago. I went to talk to a group of teens, troubled teens, and I was the only white woman there, and they sort of looked at me as if to say, what do you know, female? And so I had to get past that, and one of the things I did was I said to them, you look at me and you think I'm a white woman who has a lot of money or am privileged. Let me tell you about my childhood. And I spent the first 5 minutes telling them that I grew up hungry and abused and battered and all of that.
God.
And slowly their jaws started to drop. And I said, now, is it okay if I tell you how I got here and how I can help you get where you're going? And suddenly they were sitting up straight and listening. Because again, we get past what we see and start listening. So I had to get past that barrier.
Everyone has a story. All you need to do is listen.
Everyone has a story. Everyone. Sometimes I think it'd be wonderful just to go out on the street and tell me with a microphone and say, what's your story? No, not that one. Not the one you think I want to hear. The real one. Tell me. What's the story behind the story? Yeah.
That would be fascinating if we could get all that and put it into a system and let the system compute the data and come up with the answer. But
Yes, it would.
Yeah, really.
No, no question. It would. It would be fantastic. We'd have more understanding, more kindness, more appreciation for the humanness that goes around. Yeah.
I heard something really cute the other day. I was somebody was talking to me, and I forget how we got to it, but and then she looked at me. She said, "Well, you know, Rob, kindness has no color."
Right.
Whoa, that's true.
Yeah.
I think people are starting to turn and starting to listen and starting to see that there's more to this world than me and my. I think that the universal brotherhood or sisterhood, or we're all combining at long last. Now, if we could only get that message over to the people in the Middle East, we'd have it licked. You and I have got to, I'm going to get it for that one. You and I have got to take our final break for this hour. Exonation, my special guest is Dr. Georgina Cannon. Her website is georginacannon.com. And this is hour number 1 of tonight's show. After the top of the hour break, we'll continue right away with hour number 2. But stay with us. Dr. Georgina Cannon and I will be back on the other side of this very short break. This is the X-Zone. I'm Rob McConnell, and you're listening to us on the Talkstar Radio Network, Mutual Broadcast Network, X-Zone Broadcast Network, on Classic 1220 CFAJ AM in St. Catharines.
You really should accept this time he's gone for good. He'll never come back now, even though he said he would. So darling, dry your eyes. So many other guys would give the world, I'm sure, to wear the shoes he wore. Oh, come on, smile a little smile for me, Rosemary.
Shadow of your smile when you are gone will color all my dreams and light the dawn. Look into my eyes, my love, and see all the lovely things you are to me. Our wistful little star was far too high.
And welcome back, X-Zone Nation. The word for today is smile. Can you say smile with teeth in your mouth? Of course you can. Dr. Georgina Cannon is my special guest, and her website is www.georginacannon.com. First of all, Georgina, this is our final segment together. I want to thank you so much for joining us. Always a great pleasure talking to you. And once again, to get onto the meditation that you have every Friday at noontime, all our listeners would have to do is go to your website, Georgina Cannon.
Go to the website or direct me to connect@georginacannon.com and ask to be on the mailing list to go onto the meditations, and you'll get a mailing with the timing and the subject each week.
That is fantastic. That is fantastic. Can you tell me about the Third Circle Protocol, the relationship contract?
Sure, absolutely. It's about the relationship we have with each other. Every time we meet anybody, whether you're walking into the supermarket or you and I, you're forming a contract of expectations. You expect something from me, and I expect something from you. The cashier in Loblaws expects something from you, and you expect something from them. And it's all unspoken. But when those relationships are more personal and those expectations are not met, people feel let down, arguments ensue, because expectations are often not spoken about. And in the book, The Third Circle Protocol, it talks about how to write a contract between you so that when there's discourse or discomfort, rather, you can not destroy each other, but just talk about the contract and how it is expanding or contracting. And it works perfectly for teens and their parents, for instance, because it gives the teenagers some power to write their contract that the parent agrees to. and vice versa. And you revisit it every month to make sure you're both living up to your part of the contract and enjoying each other instead of fighting with each other all the time.
So basically what you're doing is you're setting the ground rules up.
Yes, yes, yes. But agreed to ground
Right,
rules.
yeah. And that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, yeah. So you're not doing stuff to each other. You're doing it to the relationship. And once you realize that you're damaging the relationship instead of damaging each other, it changes the whole paradigm, and it becomes kinder and it becomes more effective. Women's groups are using this for self-esteem all over the world now, and they're finding it really working very well with partners at work and with their kids.
You know, it's funny, our society is based on that sort of contract, whether it's the criminal code, whether
Yes.
it's the Highway Traffic Act. Everybody knows what they're supposed to do, and that these are the rules or the contract that is in place. This is a great idea. How come people haven't thought of this before? If it works,
I don't know.
Yeah.
But it works. Yeah, as you were saying, it's everywhere except in the most important relationships, the ones closest to us. Isn't that extraordinary?
well, sometimes
Yeah.
you can't see the forest for the trees.
That's right.
Right.
The other book that I just wanted to remind you about, that, in case you've forgotten, is the one, Your Guide to Self-Discovery, which was the latest book that just came out.
That's 20 Ways to Find the Truth.
Yes,
The
about
true
yourself.
you, I'm sorry. Yeah, the true you.
True you, yeah, to discover who you really are. And at the end of the book, because you've gone through all the different chapters, you've learned from experts. A person who wrote the chapter on astrology teaches you how to do your own chart. The person who wrote about family constellations or finding your animal guide or your archetype, these are all experts, and they teach you how to do it for yourself in each chapter. And at the end, you say, "Hi, my name is so-and-so, and this is who I've discovered who I am." And it covers everything, including your dreams, your karma, your type of creativity, your animal guide, your angels, your enneagram, Akashic records, of course.
Yes.
Your auras, or how to read your aura, and it's how many chapters? It's 21 chapters, all different modalities, ancient and modern, so that you can understand yourself better. And it's exciting because you're finding out about yourself, things that you've forgotten that you are. Creative, innovative, resourceful.
It's all about you.
It's all about you, yeah.
It reminds you of that song, I've Never Been to Me.
I don't know that song. Sing it to us.
Oh, just a sec. Craig, can you cue it up for me, please? It was done by a young lady by the name of Charlene. That I do know. Craig is over there busily. Where the heck is it, Craig? Here. I'm going to play it a little bit for you, okay?
Okay.
All right, stand by. Here we go. This is... I've got to do that. I've got to do that. And here we go. This is Charlene. I've Never Been to Me.
Hey lady, you lady, cursing at your life. You're a discontented mother and a regimented wife. I've no doubt you dream about the things you'll never do, but I wish someone had to talk to me like I wanna talk to you. Ooh, I've been to Georgia and California and anywhere I could run. Took the hand of a preacher man and we made love in the sun. But I ran out of places and friendly faces because I had to be free. I've been to paradise, but I've never been to me. 'Cause I have this need to tell you why I'm all alone today. I can see so much of me still living in your eyes. Won't you share a part of a weary heart that has lived a million lives? Oh, I've been to Nice and the Isle of Greece while I sipped champagne on a yacht. I moved like Harlow in Monte Carlo and showed 'em what I've got. I've been undressed by kings and I've seen some things that a woman ain't supposed to see. I've been to paradise, but I've never been to me. Hey, you know what paradise is? It's a lie. A fantasy we create about people and places as we'd like them to be. But you know what truth is? It's that little baby you're holding, and it's that man you fought with this morning, the same one you're going to make love with tonight. That's truth, that's love. Sometimes I've been to crying for unborn children that might have made me complete. But I took the sweet life and never knew I'd be bitter from the sweet. I spent my life exploring the subtle whoring that costs too much to be free. Hey lady, I've been to paradise, but I've never been to me.
And there we have it, Charlene singing I've Never Been to Me. What do you think about that
Great.
song?
I think it's great. It's lovely.
I wonder how many other people listening tonight, because of our conversation that you and I are having, we played that song, and they're just sitting there, whether they're in their car, whether they're just leaving Tim Hortons, wherever they are, saying, I've never been to me. I've been so busy with other things in my life that I've never been to me.
Right.
And this would be a perfect opportunity for those people to get a copy of your book, Georgina, the Guide to Self-Discovery, 20 Ways to Find the True You. Because
Right.
we need people to find out who they are before they can help finding out. Oh, wait a sec. We need them to find out who they are before they can help other people find out who they are.
Right.
Yeah,
Or make a judgment on other people. Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah. Yeah. One of the things that is interesting that you can spend time doing if it feels right for you is to find 10 words that come to mind that describe you, and just write them down. No judgment, just
Okay.
10 words. So do that today, then do it in a month's time, and then a month's time, maybe the first of every month, and see how it changes.
Oh, wow. I can see there being changes each and every month.
Yes, yes, yes.
So what's next for you, Georgina? You've got so many books going. You've got your meditation on Fridays. When
Yep.
does Georgina take time for Georgina?
I'm learning to play the piano.
Oh, wow. Really?
I've just started. I literally am still, doing fingers 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm literally right there, and I'm learning to play the piano. A friend phoned and said, somebody's left a keyboard in our laundry room, and I know you've always wanted to play the piano because, one says, if I had another life, I'd be da, da, da. And she said, would you like it? I said, yes. So here I am at my grand old age learning to play the piano. I have never played an instrument in my life.
Well, knowing you, you're going to be very successful at it, because if one name rings out true as being the most successful name, I know it's Georgina, because you succeed in everything you do, but you also teach people how to do what you do. So until the next time you and I meet, Georgina, I want to thank you ever so much for joining us here on the X Zone. And I look forward to the next time we meet. And like I said, Laura said to say hi.
Oh, bless your wonderful heart for both of you. Thank you so much.
Take care of yourself.
Thank you.
And X Zone Nation, if you'd like to find out more about our special guest this hour, Dr. Georgina Cannon is her name, and her website is georginacannon.com. And we'll be back on the other side of this break as hour number 2 of the X Zone starts right now.
And a regimented wife. I've no doubt you dream about the things you'll never do, but I wish someone had to talk to me like I want to talk to you. Ooh, I've been to Georgia and California.